Okay, one more minute and then I'll get started. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Um, my name is Jasmine, and I will be doing Futures Basics 101. So basically, just basics, futures intro, and just a second. Let me just get my screen correct. All right. So Futures 101. What are futures? So futures trading is a contract between a buyer looking to invest and a seller where the contract is made for the future and has an expiration date. So there are two participants, hedgers and speculators. So hedgers protect their assets from risks, and speculators are usually floor traders. So as retail traders, we're considered speculators. Futures contracts are available in 4 different assets: stocks, indices, currency pairs, and commodities.
Stop
And
filled.
also, futures expire quarterly. NinjaTrader and TraderWeight will automatically prompt you to roll over, as you can see in just this example right here. And it's typically it's on the third Friday of every third month. Now I posted a little table of the expiration. So basically, the purpose of this post is to teach some of the fundamentals of how futures work, how you can trade them on your own account, and how you can get a funded futures account, since I believe many people in this room would benefit from adding futures trading to their skill set. Um, First off, the market is essentially futures. So we frequently discuss ES. The S&P 500 futures are those. So although these futures are traded similarly to other derivatives, leverage is what they offer above all else. And futures trading is simply a very leveraged form of stock trading. So to contrast with futures, an E-mini S&P 500 futures contract offers roughly 32 to 1 leverage. So because ES, and I'll use ES mostly in these examples, ES trades in ticks, so aka a 0.25 spread. One contract changes value by $12.50. For every 0.25 it moves. So you gain or lose $50 when the ES moves 1 point. So for example, if ES changes by 10 points, you either win or lose $500. So 10th of an ES contract is MES, thus $50 per point for ES, $5 for each point on MES. So simply a tenth of the same stuff. Now, most often used futures are ES or the MES in comparison to SPX or SPY, NQ, MNQ, the Qs, or if you want to trade oil, CL or gold, GC. So, like I said, these trade in a manner more akin to shares than options. There's no theta, no IV. The stop losses can be placed at a precise price point, etc. So I'll just give you a few examples on, there are 4 ticks in each point. So one ES contract changes value by $12.50
Order
for every
filled.
25 cents, or for every 0.25 it moves, or $50 per point. Now, one MES contract changes value by $1.25 for
Order
every
submitted.
0.25 it moves,
Order
so
filled.
$5 per point. Now, if you're trading oil, 1 CL changes value by $10 per tick or $10 per penny. Each penny is a tick and it moves $10, which is $1,000 per point. So if CL moves from $80 to $81, that's $1,000 basically per point. So each of them have their own, and I'll post this um, in the server, but you can, look at these at your own leisure. Futures market is open 23 hours a day, and you must close out your positions by 4:59 p.m. Eastern if trading funded prop accounts. It opens on Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern and closes Friday at 4:59 p.m. Eastern. Now, the best times to trade are during the New York Stock Exchange market open or during the European markets, which is in the middle of the night. So, and you'd also need to check during holiday hours, as the hours may vary. Okay, so there are different ways of getting funding. You can fund your own account, with your own capital. One is you can trade micros, which cost roughly about $1,520 for an MES lot and about 13,000 for one ES lot on TOS or Interactive Brokers. Now, just check with your broker how much capital you need for these. Um, that's one way. A second way you can fund with your own capital is to use a broker that specializes in futures, such as NinjaTrader or Tradeovate. So instead of 13,000 for one ES contract, there's a $500 to $2,000 margin need. And a single MES contract costs about $50, while an ES costs about $500 depending on the futures broker. Also, NinjaTrader owns Tradeovate, so you can fund NinjaTrader and use the money on the Tradeovate platform, but not vice versa. Now, the distinction is that when you purchase or sell a contract, you're not purchasing ES shares. So therefore, it costs the same amount of money to buy or sell one contract, regardless of the price at which ES is trading. So margin is the term for this. TOS and IBKR need around 13,000 and 15,000 for each single ES contract. So one lot or one contract is what you would receive for 13 to 15,000. But for a broker that specializes in futures, as a result, it's actually fairly affordable, which makes it a wonderful choice for anyone who feels comfortable trading their own money. Also, just, Tradeovate and NinjaTrader and Interactive Broker, please read through their rules. Their rules may change at any time. This is just kind of like an overview of different ways of getting funding and how it works. Now, the third way is trading with prop firms. Now, you may utilize a finance partner, also known as Apex Trader Funding, Lilo, or TopStep. Now, I'll use Apex Trader Funding as an example since I'm mostly familiar with them. So basically, what you would do is you demonstrate to the prop firm that you are a successful trader. You must pay a fee. So if you succeed, you will be then given a funded account to trade with. There's a fee, it's $85 per month fee, or if you opt to do like a lifetime,
Target
it's
filled.
$140 lifetime fee for a 50K account. Now, lifetime fees vary by account size. You keep all of the proceeds up to $25,000, and you keep 90% of the profit after the first $25,000 you earn, while they keep 10%. So again, you'd want to check. All of these prop firms have different rules. Okay, Some people get multiple accounts when on discount so they can trade them at the same time. There is a trade copier you can use, and each account is a standalone account, so you must pass the performance evaluation on each of these. Now, is this too good to be true? Not really. Most traders fail due to lack of discipline and lack of risk management. And this is how these companies make their money. So, if you can trade the chart, such as price action, stay disciplined, and are consistent, then you
Order
will make
filled.
money. There are people in the server that have already withdrawn their funds, but they're also consistent. And, the worst that can happen is you lose your account membership fee. So you do not pay back any capital. So right now, I think at the moment, Apex is running a 90% sale, which is for a $50,000 account, it's about $18. So the worst that can happen is you would lose your $18 if you don't pass the evaluation. Now, you can also trade your own funded account on NinjaTrader with your Apex accounts. You would just have to sign up for a personal account through NinjaTrader, fund it yourself. Once it's funded, you would connect them together. Now, in my opinion, the trading doing the prop firms is probably the greatest if you want to test it out without risking your own capital, or risking more than the account fee. Although they do have very tight regulations, you are essentially forced to have good habits by those rules. This is posted in the server. These are different prop firms. Top Step is another one it's not posted in here. I'll do a little something different on that one, but there's Apex, there's Lilo, there's UProfit, Elite Trader. You just want to kind of read through and see what the difference is between them. Now, how does getting funded work? So basically, you would go to their website and you'd sign up for an evaluation account on apextraderfunding.com with the size that you want, ranging from $25 to $300,000. You immediately get your username and login by email. You activate your login. You do not put up any funds. You just purchase the evaluation
Order
account you
filled.
want. And if and when you pass the criteria and when you get funded, you would pay either the $85 a month, or if you use the lifetime, it's about $140 for a 50K account. And that's the performance account fee. All the data and fees are included for non-professional traders. Also, most of us are non-professional traders. So when you sign up, you would want to click on the non-professional trader. You may use it on 20 different platforms. You can also get up to 20 accounts. Again, go through their website and um, read what they have. These are the account sizes in comparison. I will post this PDF in the server. I don't need to go through this whole thing, but for example, for a 50K account, your goal would be
Stop filled.
your goal is 3,000 in profit,
Order
and you
filled.
cannot go under the 2,500 live trailing threshold. Um, and I believe that their
Order filled.
cost is about 170 or $300. I'm not 100% sure for a full price, but they have a lot of sales. So they
Target
have
filled.
50% sales, 90% sales, 80% sales. So if you get it on sale, it's not a bad deal. Um, but basically, those are the two major is to meet the profit in the trading days, which is 7 days. So some of the rules for the evaluations. Basically, you meet the profit goal listed for
Order
the size of
filled.
the evaluation account that you've signed up for. And like I said, the 50K account is 3,000 profit goal. Now, if you are looking for a 150,000 account, the max drawdown is 5,000, but the profit goal is 9,000. So you kind of, just kind of assess to see what fits you. Also, you don't hit a max loss. Make sure you fully understand the trailing threshold drawdown. There are multiple videos on it in the Apex FAQ. Um, and in your email, you're going to get those videos. So just watch the videos so that you can fully understand how the drawdown or max loss works. Another thing is don't hold an open position or open pending order past 4:59 p.m. Eastern because all trades must be closed and all pending orders must be canceled before 4:59 p.m. Eastern. Your trade will be closed and your evaluation will fail if you don't close it out. Also, do not let someone trade your account. Don't share your username and password. You need to trade a minimum of 7 total separate trading days. It doesn't have to be consecutive. So if you trade 2 days this week, 3 days next week, you can do that. Also, don't assume you know the rules based on some of the other companies' rules. Just want to make sure you fully understand the rules of Apex Trader Funding, or if you're doing Lilo, their rules, or whatever prop firm, they all have different rules. Multiple evaluation accounts. I get this question a lot. Um, it says, why would I want multiple evaluation accounts? Well, basically, you spread out risk between multiple accounts. So mentally spreading a loss between multiple accounts can be helpful to most traders. You can also use a trade copier to trade in multiple accounts at one time. So it's one chart, one click, and it duplicates it up to 10 accounts. So if you get, 50K accounts and you just want to trade one ES on each, you can do that. Um, the trade copier it's an add-on, so it does not come with it. Now, this is one thing that you really want to figure out how this works, and this is where a lot of traders fail. It's the trailing threshold. So basically, you start with your initial balance and allowable contracts for the plan. So for the 50,000 plan, the live trailing threshold is $2,500. So you can trade up to the maximum contracts, and the micros can also be traded up to the max contract size for the plan. I do not recommend you doing that. You just need to manage your risk at all times with this. So, like I said, the max loss drawdown varies for each plan. So for the 50K plan, it starts at 2,500 below. When you get your account at 50,000, you may go down to $47,500 before you lose your account. Okay, there's no daily max drawdown limit. Other prop firms do have that. Now, in a paid or funded account, so once you pass the evaluation and you get a funded account, the max drawdown stops trailing at $100 plus the initial plan balance. So, an example, it would be $50,100 on a 50K plan, and it will not keep trailing. So once you get to 52,600, your trailing stops at 50,100. So if you go up to $60,000, the trailing no longer follows you. It stops at 50,100. So if you lose 5,000, you're not going to lose your account. That's the biggest difference between the evaluation and the funded accounts. Also, you can see the rising trailing max drawdown in your R Trader dashboard. It's under auto liquidate threshold, so it's important to monitor this value at all times when you are trading. So if your account drops below the drawdown threshold, you will fail the evaluation. So let me just kind of give you an example. Um, your starting balance is 50,000. Your threshold will be 47,500, which is the $2,500 below the 50,000. So let's say you make $500 and you close the trade. So your balance will be 50,500 and your threshold will be 48,000 now because it's $2,500 below 50,500. Let's say next you enter a trade and you get up to 52,000, but you don't close the trade until your balance is at 51,000. Then your threshold will be 49,500, which is $2,500 behind the highest live value of 52,000. So as you can see, the drawdown threshold liquidation is not based on when you close the trade. It goes against you even on unrealized gains. That's why when you see me scalping, if I'm in a trade and I'm up 4 points, 5 points, and I see it's to start to reverse, I will close out my trade. And even if I get 2 points, I'm fine with that because at some point my unrealized was higher, which starts to count against me. Everybody has their own way of doing stuff. That is one of the biggest reasons why I scalp um, the futures compared to some may hold it. They'll do one contract and hold, and even if they go um, up 1,000 unrealized, down 1,000 unrealized, they know how to manage their risk doing that. Now, like I said, once you get funded in your paid or funded account, that trail will stop when you have exceeded the risk allotment by $100. So I explained a little bit ago, basically once you exceed that 52,600, your trail will stop at 50,100 and it will not trail up any further. So also once you pass, you're going to get an email from Apex and you just follow all the instructions in there. You must sign a contract because basically you are a contractor for them. And like I said, there's that $85 per month fee, or if you do a lifetime, you get paid through Deal. So Deal.com and Apex, there's going to be a contract you sign, and it's actually a really easy setup. So I will let you guys read this in the PDF, but basically they want you to be consistent traders. They're not looking for gamblers, lucky traders, or windfall traders, or those looking to work the system. Um, they want they want a consistent trader with size and risk management. So they also have a 30% profit rule and a 20% flipping rule. And again, read through that whole thing, meaning like you can't full port on CPI, 10 lots, and you make money, and then you decide to flip one MES contract for the remainder of the days that you need on your funded accounts. The rules are different between the evaluation and the funded accounts. There is a minimum balance withdrawal, and you get paid out twice if you want. You do not have to request twice a month. You can do it once a month or whatever it is. But also, you're not required to leave any the safety net, but a lot of people do. So for the first 3 months, there is a maximum balance withdrawal. And then on your fourth month, you can withdraw whatever your available funds are in there. Now, when you go to Apex website, this is their dashboard, your account summary right here. You would basically click on that. It's going to show you how many days you have to pass. how many accounts, what your balance or what your account balance is at the time. Also, I just want to touch on this before I forget. If you are having your internet goes down or your electricity goes out and you have your phone or something, so in case of an emergency and you're in a trade, you can go to where it says flatten accounts and you can just click on this. It will close out all of your positions and cancel any like orders. So that's just like as a safety guard. Um, and when you do go to purchase the account, here's the trade of eight. You can do right now they're allowing you to do trade of eight and rhythmic. I'll explain a little bit of the difference later. Okay. This is the rhythmic web and app. You're able the app is free. It's just very simple. This is basically to place your trades and exit trades. It's not for charting. Let's see. So if you go through the Rhythmic account, so Apex uses Rhythmic Trader, and you enter trades through NinjaTrader. Now I'll show you that in a few slides, but basically, once you sign up, you need to follow the exact written instructions from Apex when setting this up, because one small mistake will keep you hours in setting it up. It's actually really easy if you follow it step by step. So if you have a Mac, you need to run a parallel for Windows. And this is for Rhythmic Trader only. You do not need to do a parallel for Trade08. Also, keep your Rhythmic Trader dashboard open at all times because that's where the auto liquidation threshold stop loss is. And just watch the videos on Apex and on their funding. When you log in, this is what the login looks like for the Art Trader or the Rhythmic. And this is what the Rhythmic Trader looks like. You will not place any trades on this. You will place trades on NinjaTrader, but in here you're able to see your performance, like the Apex Trader dashboard. This is the one thing you'd want to have open. It will show you what your auto liquidation is. So, for example, it says auto liquidate threshold value. It will show you if you go below this specific number, you're going to fail your evaluation. So it's always a good thing to keep this up to keep an eye on this. Also on that trader dashboard, it's going to have a status, active or admin only. When it says admin only, it means you failed the evaluation and you can no longer trade that account. You can click on the order history and expand on the remarks to see what happened. But for example, it could be you forgot to close out a trade before, that 4:59 p.m. Eastern time, or, you fell below the live trailing threshold. And you can read through this. There is one section that I wanted to show in the Rhythmic Trader, and it's their risk management. So basically, this will prevent you from losing your accounts. When you see your account like this, you can right-click on it and to go to risk parameters. You can click on the risk parameters tab, and there's one where it says right here, it says risk parameters set by the trader. So you can click auto liquidate here, and you click on enable. You auto liquidate criteria, loss limit. So for example, you want Rhythmic to close. Let's say you're in a trade and you're in a losing trade. You want Rhythmic trader to auto liquidate you at minus $500 or any amount that you're willing to lose in a day. Once that happens, so for example, I have $1,000. If I go below that amount, I cannot that for that day I can no longer place any more trades. So it's just like a safety net for those of us that would continue to trade. Um, it's up to you. You are able to change this at any time, even that same day, but it's just like an extra safety net. So this is what NinjaTrader looks like. This is the main control center for NinjaTrader. When you sign up, they'll have you go through all of the instructions, but each time you sign in, you click on this connections button, and then you will see it's going to have like a green dot. It shows that it's connected. So um, you want to make sure that initially when you start that you click on the tools to turn off the simulation mode, and you just need to do that once and that's it. Um, but on the bottom here, you have tabs for your positions, your accounts, your orders, executions, and on each account, what you want to do when you first get it is right click on it and then click on edit, go to commission and select lifetime so that your commissions reflect as that is part of the evaluation. Okay. Um, there's also, this is for miscellaneous only. If you are prompted to roll over futures or if you have add-ons, um, or if you want to check like your performance, you can click on new and go down to the um, performance to see how, just kind of play with these and see what they have and what they offer. I just kind of put these so that you can have it's like tips and tricks type of a thing. So when you go to NinjaTrader on the control center, you're going to click on New to add a chart. And you will right click on the chart to add your indicators. So you also want to make sure that you click apply at all times to when you before you save it. Now let me see actually if I can just pull up mine. Again, sorry guys. I have way too many charts. Whoops. I have way too many charts. Whoops. Okay. There's that. Let me just move this. There's that. Let me just move this. Okay. So this is basically what, you can change these however you want. I like to have 3 different charts, the 5-minute, 15-minute, 30-minute. I've got a few other screens, but you do not need to have that many. So I'll just kind of go into the 15-minute chart. So when you're in your chart and you right click, you scroll down here. One of the first things that people have complained is for by default, NinjaTrader has this where it shows your entry and your exit, which is fine when it's kind of just like, clean. But eventually, when you have different trades and when you're scalping, there's gonna be so many of these that you might if you want to remove them, you would just go right click, data series, scroll all the way down where it says plot executions, and then you can do not plot, and then you apply, and it removes those. Um, to add your indicators, you're going to right click and you're going to go to, this is what it kind of brings up. Um, let's say you want to add, I don't know, EMAs. Click on that down here. You can either remove it where it says configured, you can remove it, or if you're looking to do, I don't know, 200 EMA, go down here and just change the colors. You're able to change these however you want. And then you always want to click on apply and then OK. Uh, Here you will be placing your orders. Um, and just a second. Okay, so when you are, let's say you want to switch from ES to MES, you would basically click on this up on the left hand corner. There's a little drop down, and you can just look for whatever, whether it's oil or MES or YM. So I typically trade ES, so that's how you change your tickers. Over here on the right side, this is where your order entries are. It will show you which instrument you are trading. So whether it's ES or MES, and then right here, your account. I'm going to switch to, okay, this is a SIM account. So the SIM account has this gray um, box. And this is basically what you want to do is practice. When you get to NinjaTrader, you want to practice on this SIM account because you do not want to start trading on a platform you don't understand. So this does not count towards your evaluation. This is basically just to play and find out, get used to the platform. So here is it's the ATM strategy. This is where you would change you customize your stop loss or take profit. So basically, you can always enter what parameters you want, whether it's in ticks or, um, you know, price or whatever it is. My stop losses are in ticks. So, for example, I want to enter with 2 quantity, my stop loss, 16 ticks, just 4 points. My take profit, let's say 32 ticks. Here where it says stop strategy, you can custom and, do the trailing. So it trails as it's moving. It's up to you. You do not have to do that. You would just have to save it as a template when you figure out how to do or what you want to do. Same thing. So let's say you you figure out what your stop loss is and what your take profit is. They're just basically like bracket orders. You would, save whatever you want. You can save different ATM strategies for different trades. So I have stuff for FOMC or my daily. It just kind of depends. So let's say I want to do um, the daily one that I use, which is the trailing one. So when you click, you can do buy bid, buy ask, buy market, or close when you are wanting to close all of your positions. You can also, if you're scaling out, you change your order quantity here. And, so if, let's say right now, this is just an example, I'm not even looking what the charts are, but let's say we want to buy, um, okay, so we just got filled for one order. This is where it says stop. You can actually hold this down and you can move your stop to just drag it up or down, however you want to change it, if you want to change it. Same thing with your take profit. So you can, change that by just dragging this. Here, whoops, where this gray boxes, you can right click and it says properties. You can change and customize these colors to whatever you want. So if you want to see what your P&L is, you change it to currency and then you apply. So now it says I'm down $12.50. Or if you just want to see how many points you're down, you just change it there. Again, it's all going to be in this PDF, but this is just some of the stuff that you can um, to get started, I suppose. Let me see what else we have. Yeah, here there's a button that says reverse. So let's say I'm in a position, I accidentally got into a long, but I want to, go short. Just if you click reverse, it will reverse the positions. Instead of being long, it's going to sell at market, and then I could be, in a short position. So don't get excited with that button. um, see what else. Oh, okay. Let me put the trade ovate up. Just okay. Now, if you are doing trade ovate is a lot easier as far as compared to NinjaTrader. So this is what it looks like. You basically, you place your orders here. You can, there's a little settings or this little button here for bracket orders to change for your stop loss or take profit. Um, there's a plus sign. You can add multiple charts and just go between these charts. Like if you want to add CL or MNQ, and then up here where there's a plus button, you can drag and drop different things on the dashboard. It's got the DOM. Um, NinjaTrader also has the Super DOM, so you would just add that on if this is what you want to trade with it. Just test it out on your sim account. When you get ready to take, you know, take your evaluation, you just switch from the sim to your to the account that you are going to be trading. I just closed the position. So that's basically it as far as, you know, um, futures. It's not that hard. It's just kind of price action. Um, and let me see if you guys have, oh, I got a lot of questions. Okay, hang on a second. Let me figure it out. Find. Oh, okay, sorry. It's not, did my NinjaTrader not show? Oh, sorry guys, I was trading, I was sharing my NinjaTrader, but it didn't show. And do you guys have any questions? If you do, go to the voice chat discussion. I opened it up for everybody, so you guys can ask these questions. Um, Let me find the. I opened up my NinjaTrader, but for some odd reason it didn't work, so I can kind of go through here, which it will be posted in the um, on the PDF. But basically, this is what the chart looks like. You would right click here and go to the indicators or to the data series. It's fairly self-explanatory. I did put out or write out, the tips based on the questions that I have received over and over by many people. So it should, if you have questions or something, this should be like this should be very helpful. Um, Basically, if you are, you would click on the instrument. That's where your ES or your MES, this, oops, the SIM account is, this is what it looks like. It's a gray box, and you would basically, it's just to, play around with it, get used to the platform. The ATM strategy, it's a little drop down arrow. Also, same things as where you would put your bracket orders, your stop loss, or your stop loss and your take profit. It's up to you what you want to do. Always make sure that you save a template um, on this. If you want to trade on a super dom, you can do that too. Just go to the control center of NinjaTrader and add it on there. You would just click new and add the super dom if that's what you want to trade off of. Um, this is what the ATM strategy for stop loss looks like. This is what I was showing you guys. And I apologize that for some odd reason it's not allowing for it to stream, perhaps because my accounts are on there. So Discord is censoring that. I'm not sure. But you would, basically click where it says ATM strategy here on the left side and then enter how many, if you are entering with 2 lots or with 1 lot, how many ticks your stop loss is or your take profit. And then if you want to have like a trailing, sometimes I have that on. It depends on what kind of a trade I'm in. So that's one way you can change. Right click on that um, order entry and you can change your colors and customize it. So you just go to click on it and go to properties and you know just whatever you feel comfortable. Obviously, when the market goes up, we buy longs. Um, and when the market goes down, or if we want to sell shorts, I know a lot of people are familiar with, calls or puts. So you, we don't have the, Greeks. So there's no theta, which is easier to trade. You can display your P&L in currency or in ticks or in points. Also, when you add all of your indicators is actually very important. When you add all of your indicators in, you want to make sure you go to the NinjaTrader. This right here, and where it says workspaces, you want to save it. Okay, because if you don't save every single time you log in, it's going to prompt you to add indicators. So when you save your, you can customize your chart, add your, however you want it, add your indicators, then you right click on that chart, click template, you save it as whatever you want, and then you always need to click on the workspaces and save your customized chart. Otherwise, each time you log in, you're going to have to add in these indicators. That's one thing that a lot of people miss. Okay, so let me go back. Oh, okay. Anybody else? Any questions? Thanks, guys. I don't see any. I don't see any questions. If you guys have any questions, just ask in the server. and I will be more than happy to answer. So thanks for joining. Have a good night.